Apparently, today is garbage day. Hey, so that must mean it's Monday, because garbage day is on Monday. So now I know what day it is. When you're retired like me, every day is the same, especially with this COVID thing going on. Well, here we go, another day. And another cup of coffee. And here's what's happened with our cup of coffee. I just made it a few minutes ago. And I took a sip, and whoa, I got a mouthful of coffee grounds. Well, that means that there was something wrong with my K-cup. I call these K-cups. I think probably that's what most people call them. I think it's called a Keurig coffee. What is that? Keurig? Coffee maker, and they take K-cups. Anyway, I guess there's something wrong with this K-cup. The hole in the bottom is, when you put the cartridge into the coffee machine, it punctures a hole in the bottom so that the hot water can go in the top and then out the bottom into your cup. And it'll make a cup full like this when it's set to its maximum size. I've already had a couple of sips, so it's down just a little bit. It was probably maybe a quarter of an inch higher than that. It gets pretty close to anyway, more information than you need, right? So what happened here? Anybody else have this problem with their K-cups? I think this is the third time now that this has happened. Mind you, I've had this machine for a couple of years, but I was just thinking maybe we should just take and cut it open here and see if we can figure out what happened. I'll reposition everything here. Oh, and then I want to show you an idea I had about these things. I was going to start trimming them off here this morning, and then I thought, I'm going to do this differently, but we'll talk about that in a minute. In the meantime, let's first of all see if we can see what happened here. Do you remember a few months ago I bought a package of, I think it was 200 of these number 11 blades? And it's kind of ironic. Ever since, I haven't had to change my blade. I'm still on the same blade. Kind of a cheapskate that way, I guess. Okay, now let's see if I can hold this down so that you can see what's happening. Now, I did take one of these apart before, so I kind of know what is supposed to be in there. Okay. Well, I got to get rid of this mess here. Okay, notice down on the inside here there's supposed to be a filter that goes all around the upper part of this. And then, you know what? I'm going to just take a moment here and I'm going to get rid of these coffee grounds. Clearly we can see that when it was manufactured, there was a bit of a problem going on. But like I say, I'm going to just... Okay, I'm back. I just rinsed this out in the sink here. I think I got it shook out pretty good. But you can see how it was... this thing here was supposed to be all the way around the outside, and I guess in the manufacturing it, so naturally you can see where it I wonder if I could just pull that out of there so that you can see me doing it. Alright, now you can see what's supposed to happen, right? It's supposed to form a pocket like that, and then all the coffee filters through it. Okay, I'm beating this to death, aren't I? Let's take a look at this. Now we will take a look at this, but something else started happening here while I was setting up to take a look. Now, being the good neighbor that I am, I grabbed my neighbor's garbage container at the same time as my own. And there's been times that they've done that for me. Yeah, great neighbors around here. You're going to notice that I'm dressed for summer out there. Well, it's not summer. I think it's about minus 23 out there right now. And now that's minus 23 Celsius. And yeah, as long as I can keep my fingers warm and my toes warm, the rest of me thinks it's warm because it's so extremely well insulated. And as long as we're talking about good neighbors... Well, it doesn't take much to get me out of breath lately. Now, you don't suppose that breathlessness could possibly be caused by the extra 100 pounds of insulation that I have slathered all over me. Anyway, yeah, I gotta do something about that. And I am. However, we don't need to go there. Here's what I was thinking. I was going to start trimming the excess sprue and everything off of the sides of this. And then I thought, would it be better to maybe put these together first? Now, whenever you want to do something on camera, it never works, right? Anyway, if I was to put these together, I'm just going to do it off camera. Okay, here we go. Now, if after I get it all together and get the seams glued up, if I was to trim the flashing off afterwards, there's less of a chance of me getting little divots in the side that are going to show. Once again, not that anybody's going to see it anyway, but I'm going to just try that. I'm just going to go ahead and glue them up now and see what happens. Okay, I was wondering, could I do this on camera or not? And it was a little bit klutzy, but it worked. Now, this other one I'm going to do off camera. Now, I've done the other one the same way. The difference being that I put the extra thin on both surfaces and then put it together. Now, I want to be careful to try not to touch that with my fingers and end up getting fingerprints embedded in the plastic. Okay, I think I've squeezed that together long enough now. Okay, now, I think if I was to, I'll reposition the camera here and we'll see how good of a job we can do getting this flashing off the sides without damaging the sides. It's just sort of a fun thing. Like I keep saying, nobody's going to see it anyway. Okay, what I'm going to try to do here is to just sort of work this around. Sometimes this works well, and sometimes it doesn't. Now, I might not be holding this quite right here. Let's see what's going to happen. Yeah, there's no little hole there. I think once I take the file to that, where's my file? No, this is medium, but maybe that's just a little bit too coarse. Okay, now if I take the fine, if I try and grab this a little bit better here. Now I realize that it can be quite readily seen here, but I do believe that once this is sprayed, and I am planning to spray it. See if I just sort of, sometimes using my fingernail like this, it will. Am I holding it so you can see it? It sort of smears the plastic down into place. Anyway, I know that I'm sort of making a mountain out of a molehill here and going kind of overboard on this, but yeah, we'll take a real good look at it after it's been sprayed and see how it is. I don't know if we're going to do that today or not. Okay, now I'll do this side. I'm going to do this one off camera, this side off camera here, because I think I can probably do a better job. Okay, we can see where the connection was there, but it is actually smooth. I think it looks worse than it really is. Like I've said twice before, I think it's going to look okay once it's sprayed. Now these little guys, the F-32s, I know that we did show them, it must be about a month ago when we were making something similar to this right here. And they plug in to this hole right here, but they have to be very, very delicately nipped. And I kind of get a kick out of seeing if I can video something delicate being done. Yeah. Okay, as you can well imagine, it'd be extremely easy to accidentally cut off a part that we want to keep. Now, okay, so this little peg that I'm touching right now, that we want to keep. And we also want to keep this part here that has the hole in it, and I believe that hole is supposed to represent part of the optical rangefinder. In other words, that hole is supposed to be a piece of glass. Now, we want to hold this down. And just cut that off. like that. Okay, let's see if we can do the others the same way. Actually, doing it on this cloth works out pretty good because it doesn't have a tendency to slide away on me. It sort of stays in place. Now, something like this, I'm not going to even try to sand this. Some of these are formed better than others. You can see on this one here where the hole is not the way it's supposed to be. Now I sure do hope that I remember to push record after all this, because I can't go back and do this again. This no retakes on a scene like this. And the last one. Okay. Now, for a bull in the china shop like me, doing something like this is rather, well, it's not impossible, as you can see, but it's a little bit finicky. Okay. There, we got him. Okay, so these get mounted in this hole on the side here, but I'm thinking that maybe I should wait and see what this is going to get mounted on, and maybe put these on afterwards, because it could be while I'm handling this piece right here, I'm going to end up breaking these things off. Okay, I've wasted enough time now. Now this goes this way, not this way. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the extra thin on after I get this thing in place here. I haven't tried it yet. This is going to actually be the first time, at least on this particular piece. I know about a month ago we made something very similar to this, didn't we? It should just sort of snap in place there, shouldn't it? There we go. Okay. Now, just let it wick itself in. Just press that down, make sure it's seated. Okay. Now this one here, it's not keyed or anything, and according to the manual, unless I read it wrong, this flange part is supposed to be up against the bottom here. So I'll just put a little bit along the edge there, and we'll just put this on. Does that look like it's straight? No, it's not. There, now it's straight. Yeah, that's good. Now I'm just going to do this other one the same way. Now, for this one here, maybe I should have the macro lens on for this, but I'm hoping that you can see it. You can see that it's keyed. Like there's a little key thing right there on this part, and that would mean that when we try to put it together, we try and have the flat side here that I'm touching right now fit it in the right way. Now this is kind of awkward to try and do on camera. Let's see here. Okay, I think I got it the right way around. Now, you know what? I might have to just do this off camera so I can grab hold of it better, and we'll look at it afterwards. But anyway, the idea was I just wanted to show how it was keyed, and it has to go together just only one way. Okay, we've got them. And I was noticing afterwards that the bottom is also keyed, so that you can't get this the wrong way when you mount it down on the deck. Probably because the door would be facing the wrong way if you put it on wrong. Okay, so I think we're ready to try and put our little tiny parts on the in the holes here now. Maybe I'll slip on the macro lens for that. Now I will put the macro lens on, but I just want to do a dry run here. Yeah, I do believe that's going to work. Okay. Maybe we'll just do them one at a time here. Okay, I'm going to have to twist that around so when I drop it in, it's facing forward. Okay, I think that's going to work. Trying to do this on camera sometimes is a little bit hard. I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong, I'm enjoying this. Okay, I do believe I've got that. Yeah, I don't think I was thinking at first I had to twist it more this way, but looking at it straight down now I can see it does look pretty good. Okay, now let's do the other one. Now that one does have to be turned just a little bit. hold it down. I didn't realize I was moving it out of the field of view there. Okay. Now, how am I going to do the other side, because I can't turn it over? Okay, now this one, it's facing the other way, so I want the opening facing away from us. Just has to have a little bit of a twist. I don't know if I did much or not. Oh, it looks pretty good. I just want to check and make sure it's got everything still in focus here. Yeah, when I'm using the macro lens, the distance really affects the focusing. You move it just a millimeter one way or the other and it changes it. Okay, now we got the hole looking the other way. Okay, well, let's let that cure. Does it need to be twisted down a little? Okay. Yeah, I think we got it. Okay, folks, that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.